morning, Philadelphia Eagles fans. Good morning, NFL fans. To week 7 of the 2018 football season. Well, this week, our birds come home and try to keep things rolling in the win column, this time against the Carolina Panthers. Now, there's some things obviously to be said about our victory against the Giants. Let's start off with this. But the Giants now are what, 1-5? So I like to keep the excitement going, so I'm not going to overhype but underhype. I like to stay encouraged about the direction my Eagles are going to go, and essentially what we did against the Giants was win in a bigger way against a team that's struggling big time for many reasons. One of the main reasons why the Giants struggle is because of offensive line. Now they have Saquon Barkley, which I would have thought would have been really effective play-action passing, but things didn't go so well. So we found ourselves putting things together, offense, defense, and special teams, and coming away with a pretty big victory against, like I said, a struggling team. So because we put together a game like that, does that mean automatically we're going to the Super Bowl because we beat the Giants? No, not necessarily. But does that mean that we can get on a roll, start piecing things together, getting healthier as a team, playing together as a healthy team, start putting wins together? Yes. Great signs of things. We see Alshon Jeffrey with 2 touchdowns. We see Zach Ertz with a touchdown. We see competent play from our running backs. We see good plays by our linebackers on defense. We see our corners actually holding their own better than they have in weeks past. We're starting to see the team come together, which is a good thing. And of course, it's easier to play with a lead as well. So jumped out to a lead and kept it. Didn't allow the other team to come back, which is good. This week we play against Carolina, and Carolina has some good pieces. I mean, it's not that long ago where Carolina went 15-1 during the regular season and went all the way to the Super Bowl. So do they have some really good pieces? Yes. And pieces to worry about? Yes. Things that we can guard against to prepare our future? Yes. And you have to start with Cam Newton. As Cam Newton goes, so does the Carolina Panthers. Now Cam obviously is a run threat, and he can pass. He is somewhat inaccurate. He does throw high a lot, but also because he has some tall receivers, at least Funches. So you definitely have to guard against him running the football and do some competent passing. Yes. McCaffrey. I'm actually most concerned about McCaffrey because he's a small back, but he's actually been pretty durable in the NFL so far, which is pretty substantial. He's pretty quick. And something we have to guard against in the future with like a Cole Beasley type. So that guy, he can run the football tough, and he also can catch out of the backfield, which means like screen some things. So you really have to pay attention to him, especially with our issues at corner. You have to get a corner that's actually pretty quick to keep up with him when he's coming out of the backfield. You can't allow for him to get out there and get in space because he's pretty dangerous. More on the offense, so we are going to see Torrey Smith again. Torrey, thank you again for your contributions to the Super Bowl champs. And yes, we do somewhat miss you here because your replacement, Mike Wallace, hasn't played too well or hasn't even played at all. And we have struggled with deep threat so far this season. But we're going to see you again, and you've actually become a target. I've been watching your game even last week, and you become a reliable target for Cam Newton. And then you have to talk about Funches. Funches is a tall wide receiver, I believe, from Michigan, that has been their big threat target for multiple reasons. So, I mean, think about it. The offense, McCaffrey, Smith, Funches, with Cam Newton, it's pretty complete. Now, and you have to say Greg Olsen is not a bad tight end. He's of the upper half of tight ends. So they have a pretty decent offense. Like I said, as Cam Newton goes, they go, and I find him to pretty inaccurate. But if he gets on a roll, you got to watch out. But on the defensive side of the ball, really what I'm looking at is their linebackers. I mean, you have to. Luke Kuechly and Davis are their linebackers that you have to worry about. Guys that can cover the entire field. They're pretty quick. and they're smart. We're jumping over to the Eagles side of the ball. We're starting to prove that our weapons are starting to come together. Looks like Carson Wentz is getting to 100% healthy. Good. Looks like Alshon Jeffrey's getting closer to 100% healthy. Good. It looks like our weapons, when you have him, Carson, and Alshon clicking, it makes it that much easier to get to Zach Ertz. Makes it that much easier to get to Nelson Aguilar. It makes our running game that much more effective. That's a great thing, because then you start putting up points. No longer are we maxed out at 23 points, even in a loss. We can start scoring in the 30s, which is what we're going to need to do. But on the defensive side of the ball, things that I believe are starting to come together, even in injuries. And we get to see Rasul Douglas. Yes, I'm a Rasul Douglas fan, West Virginia. And I think he has a lot of talent. And every time he comes in, all he does is ball hawk and get interceptions. I like that. And I would love to see, especially with Sidney Jones injured and you have to guard a guy like McCaffrey coming out of the backfield, they've taken Maddox and put him to safety. Okay. I would like to see Jalen Mills slide in slot against McCaffrey, and I would like to see Rasul Douglas out there at the far corner. Or they might move things around, put Rasul Douglas out there at safety and put Maddox at the nickel, but I would like to see Rasul Douglas at corner. Keep Maddox back there because he's done pretty well, and put Jalen Mills, has been struggling somewhat in other aspects, put him at the nickel. And then, of course, special teams. I mean, we have our punter that's been doing very well this season. Jake Elliott, I'm kind of wondering about him because he's been pushing the longer field goals, so it doesn't look like our coaching staffs have faith in him after 40 yards, which is going to be significant if we need him for a game winner. So I don't know what's going on there. Where our special teams, along with Carter being able to return kicks, has been above average. So that's good. And last but not least, play calling. Doug Peterson. Now, Doug has the respect of the players, and it looks like he's coming back with being able to be aggressive, play calling, and being effective at the same time. Our third down efficiency went very well last week against the Giants. Now we got to keep rolling. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention one of my favorite YouTubers, CaliBlue. Now, I don't know if I'm going to bet you again this week. I think I'm going to anyway. I'm up for it. I remember last time we made a bet. I lost and I had to do the whip nay down here North Broad Street. But CaliBlue, please go out, and if he's still doing videos, I don't think he is at the time, but I want to bring him out of retirement for this game. CaliBlue, if you're out there and if you're willing, maybe let's throw in another fun bet. Represent our cities, represent our teams, because you're a really good Carolina Panthers fan. I can vouch for that, believe that, and I think it just shows the fun of NFL fans, good NFL fans, that can root for their teams and have respect for the other in the process. So look, I got mad respect for the Carolina Panthers. I understand the whole keep pounding thing, but now it's time for us to fly again. And this time, we come home, invite Carolina here, and let's send them home with a loss. So this week, we gotta keep rolling. I know we're 3-3 right now, and the NFC East is now starting to win. We don't gotta worry about what Dallas is doing. We don't gotta worry about what Washington is doing if we just handle our business. And this week, we gotta handle our business playing the Carolina Panthers here at Lincoln Financial Field. So CaliBlue, I hope I hear from you. Birds, let's keep flying and score more about 30. Let's hold Cam Newton and beat the Carolina Panthers. Go Birds! Eat!